And your podcast is so stupid. I hate it.
At night,
I hate it.
Sunil Patel,
I hate you.
Huge Davies.
And I hate you.
You are now entering Slam Country.
I'm also recording.
Usually starting.
Yeah, we're immediately starting. Everybody's sort of talking to the mic, and I'll do
Simply
my.
Bus Burp.
You go ahead, brother. So go on.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Lovely. And I'm sort of there, and you're sort of over there. which
I'm
is
about
nice.
here, is it?
Yeah,
I've got
that's
a bit of
good.
information for you boys
Yeah.
about how people see us.
Right.
Friend of the podcast, Evelyn Mark.
Shout out, Evelyn.
Shout out,
Shout out, Evelyn.
Although she's not a friend of the podcast, she doesn't like it. She doesn't
Oh.
know what we do. She doesn't like it at all.
Why not?
Well, she doesn't want to listen to it.
Why not?
I think she thinks it might be a bit too bawdy for her.
Bawdy.
Bawdy, you know. Maybe she thinks that.
No.
But she said, I was telling her how popular this podcast is.
Yeah, quite.
She couldn't quite fucking believe it.
Really?
And then she figured it out, and she was like, "Do you know what it is?"
What is it?
She was like, "The thing about you boys is that you're all completely unthreatening. That's why people like it."
I'm threatening.
She said, "You and me, Ed,
Yeah.
are unthreatening.
Really.
Hugh is slightly threatening, but like a younger brother, so it's like sort of threatening.
Right.
What
You're
do you
a
mean?
much younger brother, so completely unthreatening,
Right.
and I'm just unthreatening."
I don't think that I'll threaten anybody that doesn't want to listen to my podcast. I don't care who. This is the most. If you're a rival comedian, this is the most dangerous room on the planet, because we've already talked about how we're the lions of the Serengeti.
Yeah,
do
we
you know what I
do.
mean?
That's
We're
what
the
we said, we're top
we're
of the
like
tree.
the top of the tree. Like
Yeah.
it might look like we loaf around all day, but we can just kill you with a swipe. Do you know
Like
what
a
I mean?
koala. We've all
Like a
got
lion or a
No.
gorilla.
We've all
Yeah.
got the
Like
clap.
a koala. Oh, right.
Yeah, we've all got that.
I could blink my eyes and get rid of the clap like that.
Really,
Yeah.
like a Bene Gesserit.
Why?
You can control all your bodily.
My
functions.
plans are measured in.
You blink so slowly. Something must happen when it happens.
I don't blink slowly, man. I blink fast.
You
Don't-
blink,
don't
you
I
blink,
blink
you
slowly.
blink
Don't-
slowly like
now
a
you're trying to
chameleon.
blink
You're like
fast.
this.
Don't
I blink
normally.
slowly like
One eye
a
at a
sort of
time.
alpha on the Serengeti.
Yeah, you don't even need your eyes open because you're
even-
so unthreatened by everything.
I don't even look at people sometimes because I'm like, they don't mean anything to me.
Yeah, yeah. You don't look people in the eye, and you're obsessed with machinery and
Trains and ethics models.
trains and ethics models, and you don't look people in the eye, just like the
Like a
lions of the
fucking lion,
Serengeti.
man, just on that
That's what-
ethics.
I don't think I've looked at. We've recorded 50 episodes, and I don't think I've looked either of you in
I've
the eye
seen
once.
I've seen more life in a hippo.
That's awesome. Hippos are deadly, man.
Hippos are deadly as
They're
fuck.
very threatening. They can run extremely fast, and they can crush a watermelon with their jaws.
All chilled
You
out animals
can't
can
look
kill.
at people in the eye and know loads of facts about hippos, just like the lions of the Serengeti.
People say hippos are dangerous, but I've never seen a hippo do anything.
I've seen a pygmy hippo just splashing around in the water, having a nice
Is it a
time.
pig or a hippo? Decide.
Hey, pig. It's called Thug.
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 Thug the pygmy hippo.
That's brilliant.
Shout out London Zoo.
Shout out London Zoo, man.
I'm going to call my daughter Diglett, I think.
Your
Yeah,
daughter.
you were saying that
Diglett,
the other
yeah.
day.
Yeah, I've thought about it a bit more. I just want to call my
You should
daughter
call her.
Diglett.
You should call her a lowland diglet because a lowland diglet has the long hair.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Obviously, you don't want to be prescriptive about your child's gender.
Yeah. I
but-
mean, it's
Yeah.
fine. It's fun to have long hair and be a boy.
yeah,
all
that's
right.
fine.
There's lowland gorillas, aren't there? Is that what you're saying?
What?
You know-
No, sorry. We're talking about Pokemon, not lowland.
Oh, right.
A lowland.
Ah, right,
Yeah.
yeah. Lowland
Yeah.
gorilla. That's
Lowland
what I call
gorilla,
my kid.
That's nice. Lowland gorilla.
Lowland gorilla.
Have you guys seen June 2?
I'm going to call my kid the Flying Scotsman. This is no, I've not seen June 2, but I've seen June 1, and I'm reading the June book.
In the book, do they say how they get off the worms?
They get off with them.
No, how do they get off them?
Oh.
Sort of slide down, I think.
No.
Have you
can't
seen
slide-
June 2?
Yeah, I've seen Dune 2.
No spoilers, man. I'm not up to
Yeah,
that bit in the book either.
you already spoke about saying they use
But they
worms
got
like trains.
on the second one. It's not a spoiler, but they got lots of lads on that one.
Because it's in the trailer. I've seen it in
yeah,
the trailer. So
how they
it's
get
fine.
how they get in like a tent?
I
There's
think-
a tent on there, like
I
it's
think-
Glastonbury.
Is it?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. But they don't ever.
Yeah.
I think you'll find that the tents at Glastonbury are on top of loads of worms. If you think about it.
I've
Think
thought
about it. Hugh.
Yeah. There's more impressive in Dune it's only on top of one worm. In Glastonbury it's probably on about 1 million worms.
You just
Yeah,
got attacked
my
by a
turn.
lion, man. How do you feel?
Yeah, exactly. Meow.
I've laid down.
We do you guys think the band Me spot got jealous seeing us walk past with full tummies and happy smiles and sauce all around our lips, knowing that we've got our sustenance from elsewhere today?
I think they're employed by the market.
Oh,
To-
what, to
as
make
in,
you
they
to the
go,
market?
you go in there, you have an unpleasant experience, and you sort of look on your phone where else you could eat, and it's that big market down the road.
It doesn't work because the dinner is yummy there. Is the problem, but also the dinner is extremely yummy at the market. This is something we've been over before. Pax Canteen, not to dox ourselves, it completely
We've completely
do
doxed ourselves. I was
the
just about to
best
say.
chicken fillet burger in London. It's unbelievable.
available at many different markets.
Yeah,
I
they
bet,
they
aren't
do drive around. It's a van.
Mm.
Do you know what I've noticed as well? Tell me what you guys think of this premise for a bit, boys.
No,
as
go for it,
and
yeah,
you
go
can
on.
sort of riff
Yeah,
on
yeah.
it and offer my
You
premise.
write it down, yeah.
for-
Neil,
for
stop
sort
blinking,
of
he's waiting.
About 10 minutes
I'm
of the
scared
podcast.
of riffing, man.
So, I think that street food markets, that one's a good example. Really exemplify the like British liberal melting pot ideal, because not one person working at a stall at that market was the correct race for the food at the stall.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
You know, I noticed the Vietnamese food was being cooked by a Somalian guy.
Yeah.
There was a place called Yum and Base, which was two white guys, and I thought that's what gave me the idea.
The
I was
jerk
like,
place is being run by Mr. Blobby. It's so crazy.
I saw the. I
You
saw.
could get one order out.
I
Just
saw-
knock and think everything over.
I saw Yum and Base on the sign, and I thought, I don't know what food it does, but I bet it's not being cooked by white guys. And then I looked up, and I was like, I can't believe it. Yum and Base.
Our boy was Filipino, though, wasn't he? Our boy.
I don't know. He had a mask on.
Yeah.
Mm.
He probably now I'm thinking about it. The mask was probably there because he had. I don't know. He's probably an alien.
Got a cough or something.
Yeah, it's like the Men in Black ones where they, that everyone's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you take the mask off and it's, I don't know, it's just like a penis or something.
Do you reckon that's based on truth?
The Men in Black.
Yeah.
I think it's true.
I think
That
it's
thing
true.
about microwaves, I always think about.
Which bit?
The idea that microwave technology comes from aliens.
Right, I don't think it does. It comes from Planet
Is that
Earth.
from the
Oh,
Men in
really?
Black?
Yeah.
That's from Men in Black, isn't it? Not
But then
just a book that you've read.
No, but I read it on 4chan as well, though. Like,
Yeah,
that's one
okay,
of the
interesting,
technologies.
When was the last time you were on 4chan?
I read a screenshot of. I've never been actually on it. Is there an 8chan?
Yeah,
What's that then?
I don't know. I was never really on. There's a 2chan.
I went to
Nah. Did you?
karaoke bingo
I saw the video.
on Friday. Yeah,
You looked good.
it was bleak. 10 people.
Karaoke bingo was bleak.
On what on bank holiday?
Yeah, on Friday.
Why,
you thought
man?
me popping in there.
Yeah, you thought we absolutely go.
I wanted to go bingo, so we booked bingo.
Yeah.
Turned up, 8 lads there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to pick the song.
What?
They just pick it's a bingo, so it's like a sort of random allocated thing.
Yeah.
Diana Vickers was there,
What?
You
Right.
have to sing whatever song you get.
so there's a list of things, and you circle what you might want to sing, and they just pick it randomly. So, but they come up, and it's just, it was terrible. But Diana Vickers was there, but no one recognised her, and she
With
was
8
gutted.
lads.
But
She
you-
was just there with the 8 lads.
She was there with her mum,
But
but she goes to karaoke a lot. Diana Vickers.
Who's Diana Vickers?
She came second on the X Factor or something.
Oh right, and so there's no bingo involved. You're not playing bingo.
No,
for money.
there is bingo. So they put the ball comes through, and on that is like the Kaiser Chiefs or whatever.
No,
and then
no,
they go,
but,
who wants to sing?
no.
the
I
Kaiser
mean,
Chiefs?
do you win? Do you win bingo by play, or is it just like
No,
they've got a
you-
tombola machine that picks the songs?
You win a sloshy machine.
Okay.
Oh, what?
A slushy machine.
You win the whole machine?
Yeah, you win the whole machine. Yeah,
How
That's all right.
yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Who won it?
This old lady named Peg. She wasn't interested.
Yeah.
Right.
She walked off the stage as she was receiving it. She hadn't done karaoke once. I didn't know she was there, which is crazy for a room
So
of
how
10
do you
people.
how do you win?
And they
You play bingo at the same time.
It's like bingo. It didn't make any sense. I don't
Yeah.
think they thought it made any sense either. They seemed less invested in it than we did.
They
It
must have
was-
lost more money from that than they got in ticket sales. Right?
Yeah, it was a giant room and there was 8 seats occupied. It was absolute. The atmosphere in there was crazy.
We should
And
do
then
it,
I was on a date and she kept saying, she was like the guy hosting it was he was just he's doing his absolute best.
Yeah.
But I think he got so worried that there were so little people, he just kept saying cunt and fuck. But it's just karaoke.
I'd say
And
that.
I kept like not wanting to go up to sing. And we got back an hour and a half in before they made us go up. But she kept saying to me, "This is your job."
What? Singing? On
Singing.
stage? Yeah, it kind
his
of
jo-
is,
his
yeah,
jo-
I
it's-
guess.
but it's
Yeah.
not really.
It's not
is it?
karaoke,
It's
no.
rude. I thought it was rude.
Yeah.
For her to say.
You-
She kept saying it. She goes, "This is your job."
But I saw the
Maybe
video
sad
of
to
you.
that she thinks that my job is.
I saw the video of you performing. You're doing well.
Yeah, I saw that. It was
But
good.
did you
did
see
a
how
good
empty
job.
it was?
Yeah, I was wondering what that
Yeah,
was.
There were
That's
two.
brilliant.
There were 2 people in.
I thought
at
it was
the
a
front.
joke when you
What
were
were you
writing
singing
that.
again?
I had to sing the Killers.
Nice.
Yeah.
My girlfriend does the same thing to me, but in like a encouraging, ambitious way. So she'll say stuff. She won't say stuff like that's your job. She'll go, "You could be a bingo caller. you should see if they're hiring for a bingo caller."
I actually think you'd be quite good as a bingo caller.
Thank you.
I really like. I think you'd.
I get so turned on by the number 88, you can't read the number. Oh my God! Who are these gorgeous ladies here on this bingo ball?
You keep putting 88 back in the machine.
I'm taking this one home. Putting it in every single one. You put it in your pocket. Wow, she's coming home with me. Bingo caller who's in love with the bingo balls.
And they said, we was like, as soon as we saw the 8 people, we were like, we've got to go. We can't do this.
How much was it?
I don't know. I paid for food and she paid for it. So I didn't ask how much it was, but it seems probably quite expensive. It was in
How
Hackney
much?
Central.
How much?
I imagine it would have been like 25 quid for the both of us.
Where was it?
Hackney Central.
Whereabouts in it?
It's right next to the cinema in Hackney Central because the toilets is the
Near the
toilet.
Moth Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I asked where the toilets were. The toilets just goes directly into the cinema. You're just in the cinema. So there was an
Brilliant.
option for us to go watch Dune 2.
You should have done that.
No, we stayed it out and it was good. It was alright.
I think I'm.
£13 for 2 shots of tequila.
That's dreadful. You know when you're emceeing in like the most rural gig on the planet, and it's just a bit like
Yeah, well,
none of them have spoken to anyone that's not their spouse in a
Yeah,
month.
they're all mates as well.
They're all
know their
mates.
neighbours and they all know
I
the
told you about
industry.
this gig that I went to in Cornwall the other week. Well, there was a guy I met outside.
The one with 8 people in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
You've got to stop going to places that have 8 people in them.
But sometimes these gigs are like well paid, but
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
how can you be making a profit?
Yeah.
I did this gig in Cornwall, and it was a lovely gig, but no one really there. And afterwards, it finished quite early, so I just went to It was in a pub. It was at the top of a pub, and I told you about this. There was a guy outside who I met, and he said when he has more than about 3 drinks, he can't feel any pain.
Oh, you
So
told
that-
us about
Oh,
this
yeah.
last week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I told you about when we went to St
Yeah, not on
Hills.
the podcast.
Oh,
yeah.
right, yeah.
But he so basically what he does is he gets 3 pints deep, and he gets a bunch of friends to just kick the shit out of him for a laugh.
Awesome.
He told me that he the other week he was like, I went to a house party, and then 4 lads just kicked him on the floor, and he couldn't stop laughing. He woke up in hospital 2 weeks later.
2
Awesome.
weeks?
No, sorry, 2 days later. 2 days
Brilliant.
later.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, but we woke up in hospital 2 days
Or
later.
like head damage. Did they
Yeah,
kick him
just
in the head?
Yeah,
Fuck.
just absolutely, and he loved it.
That's stupid.
That's
though.
his main thing.
You can kick the body. I think beating up the body is fine if you can't feel it. But head.
But I think in Cornwall, it's like the only people you work for are the people that also at the pub beating the shit out of you. So
yeah,
it's like it's kind of like good
yeah.
to see you.
Yeah.
Like if you went to go fix your Volkswagen, which I think what his job was,
Yeah.
they go, "Oh, what happened to you?" It's like, "Oh no, wait, I remember. I kicked your head in when you were drunk for a
Yeah.
laugh,"
Yeah.
and you were like, "Absolutely."
That's where they
What a
probably
place.
all
Simple
got
life,
the strong sailors from back in the day.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what you never hear about the second homes crisis in Cornwall, is it? All you hear is it's all holiday properties. Local people can't find a flat. What you never hear is, are these the kind of people that should be owning property? This man's idea of a hobby is getting his head kicked in until he's comatose for 2 days every Friday night.
But you know that
He's not making his mortgage payments. I'm sorry. He never will, that boy.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Do you remember that Bond villain whose whole thing? I think it was from Tomorrow Never Dies. His whole thing was he couldn't feel pain.
Yeah.
That was his whole thing.
Just shoot him in the head.
Yeah, he got shot. He got shot in the head, and then he couldn't feel any pain. But that is like literally just a normal man in Cornwall. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? That's the best they can do.
I was talking to Liv last night about who the next James Bond might be.
I know who it is.
And who is it?
It's Aaron
It's
Taylor
not.
Johnson.
That was a rumor. It's just
Is it not real?
debunked.
It was in. I saw a picture of it in a news thing.
Debunked.
It's always someone you never think of.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Liv was like, "Oh, it's going to be Idris Elba," and it's clearly not.
Oh, well, no, it never will be. No, of course
No,
not.
because I mean, that rumor first came out about 10 years ago. He's either turned it down, or Liv had never seen any of Idris Elba's music videos before.
okay, oh,
And
yeah,
I showed
no, yeah,
I showed them to her, and she was cringing like this. I was like, "They're never going to let this man. They're never going to let this man be. They're never going to let him be James Bond because he does like awful songs where he says lyrics like bars and bottles and a big fat nyash, but he's like a middle-aged man saying that."
He'll say yes to Bond, but only if he can do the opening theme tune.
Actually, I guess Bond is sort of. I guess Bond is a little bit like. It is bars and bottles and a big fat nyash. I guess that's
Yeah,
what
but
Bond
he
is
would
all
never
about.
say it though. He'd never say it out
He'd
loud.
never say it out loud.
Calm confidence. Isn't it?
It's God bless Idris Elba. The man can't write a song to say. If you put him in a saw trap and said write a catchy song, he's dying. he's dead. He can't do it for the life of him. Do you know what it is? It seems like he's acting being a musician. He's a phenomenal actor, but it seems like he's acting being a musician. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
his life is very much Sky TV adverts, DJing,
Man.
and then every now and then he'll be Luther for a
Yeah,
sketch.
yeah.
You'd never, yeah. You'd never. If I was getting Sky TV advert money, you'd never see me out of the house again.
Yeah, I know.
Let alone financing my own awful music videos. How can I ruin my legacy?
I don't think I'd say anything to you if you started doing
Let
your
me
own.
hit that vape, Shagger. Let me hit that big vape. Let me hit the Views Pro. Is that all right, Sunil?
That's right.
What flavour you fucking here?
Very berry.
Wow, that's good.
You've had vape before.
No,
Oh,
man, that's good, man. That's good shit.
when are they getting rid of disposables, Hugh?
When I say.
When and where is soon?
You said that
isn't it?
like Kay Burley asking the shadow minister if
I
he's
felt
okay
as he
financing
vapes in the
I felt like
selling
Guy-
weapons to Israel.
I felt like Guy.
When are we getting disposables here?
I felt like Guy Gomez. Yes, technology is very advanced now, and I'm just here to drive taxis. Honestly, I don't know.
He was an IT consultant.
Was he?
He predicted the future.
What did you
Yeah.
say?
He said, "Yeah, music will probably all be online soon."
Wow,
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
that is crazy.
Yeah.
On the spot, he predicted the future. It's crazy.
Wow.
If it asked him about cars,
Huh?
They should have asked him about cars. 'Cause
Maybe he's
wasn't
the
he-
Lissan Al Gaib. Maybe he's the Kwisatz Haderach.
Oh, yeah, but I haven't read the book properly.
Fuck's sake. I'm trying to drop in references to tell everyone that
Who's
I'm,
read the
I'm
book?
reading Dune.
All boys should have read the book. But
I think
they
so. It
haven't.
should. It's like the dangerous book for boys.
Yeah.
Except the danger is the danger isn't playing Conquers too hard. It's leading a group of Arab coded people in a global jihad. That's the danger. It's not scraping your knee building a treehouse. It's
Fuck yeah, I only just got it.
huh?
It's about oil.
What? I mean,
Yeah,
Sand
yeah.
and
sort
oil.
of it,
yeah,
yeah.
it's the spices.
What do they use
oil
spice?
as well.
Is it? Do they use it for energy?
Yeah, they use it for ships.
Ah,
Yeah,
Spaceships.
they use it
oil.
to drive
It's oil.
ships. Yeah.
It's oil.
Actually,
Yeah.
the worms are a commentary on Uber. Because once you start,
No, it's lime
you just
bikes.
can't stop.
You're wrong.
It's not line bikes.
No, it's
not.
the
You
worms
can't
are
have
a
a
comment.
tent.
The worms are a commentary on Pringles because once you pop, you can't stop.
Yeah.
No,
and your hands are too
Yeah.
too small.
They're
to
covered
get
in worm.
inside.
They're covered in worm dust. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet, have you?
No, but
You're coming-
I read an interesting thing about where the idea for the worms
Spoiler
came
alert:
from. In the
Chalamet
book.
turns into a worm.
What?
What?
No, but that's an actual
That's the
spoiler.
spoiler.
Did you know that?
What?
That's a spoiler.
Fuck off.
in the fourth book, his
Oh, do fuck
Oh,
in
the
the
ones
fourth
is-
in like the fourth or fifth book, his son turns into a sandworm and
He-
rules the universe for 4,000 years.
Is he going to do a Cumberbatch on the floor where he's like, when he does the dragon?
They'll
And
never
have
get
you
to
seen
that, yeah.
Where
It
Benedict
is like
Cumberbatch
that.
writhing about on the floor.
They'll never get to that movie, but it's his son, Leto II. It does. He basically covers himself in tiny fish and turns into a sandworm. I'll show you.
How do you know this? You haven't read.
When Chalamet does the mocap, does he eat a tank? A little toy car.
But
These are the books his kids wrote, right?
this is what he looks like. No, this is one that Frank Herbert wrote.
Oh, that's absolutely
What?
that's
Timothy
great.
Chalamet as well.
No, that's his son,
Oh,
Leto II.
right.
What was I? Yeah, the inspiration for the worms was like dragons from fairy tales because they're guarding the treasure of spice.
Spice.
Call me a fucking guild navigator the way I'm smoking spice in the car. Listen, Frank Herbert thinks he's smart. He thinks he invented this. I've been smoking spice behind the wheel since I was 18 years old.
Space.
Spice. Is it a coincidence that spice rhymes with space? No.
Space Wars.
Yeah, Dune is a sick book. It's great because it's like it's very interesting and more ambitious than a lot of sci-fi. The sort of the very dense terminology doesn't feel like wanton and self-indulgent like it does in a lot of sci-fi. But
Yeah.
also you can really tell that Frank Herbert is like one of those American guys that basically spent all his time hiking mountains and in the creek, and I basically only knew 3 people in like a tiny western town until he was probably like 40.
Yeah, the dialogue
Yeah,
does
there's
suffer
no
a
way.
bit.
Clearly written by a guy like that. It was awesome. Yeah,
There's-
the 90% of it is not dialogue; it's interior thoughts.
They take sand very seriously.
But there's no way you could write that book if you weren't like a lonely man.
Yeah,
He's awesome.
Like just reading books and stuff. And
Yeah,
wandering
he's
about.
so funny.
Have you seen a picture of him?
Yeah,
What does he look like?
big, massive fucking beard. Obviously,
Yeah, of course it is.
it's got a
Yeah.
bit
Yeah.
like a worm.
Like
He's,
a worm
he's
with a
a,
beard.
he's a sci-fi author.
Yeah.
He's obviously got a ginormous fucking beard.
Have you seen Three Body Problem?
No, I've heard it's good though.
That's good.
Everyone says read Three Body Problem, watch Three Body Problem.
It's science, man. Real science.
Huh?
It'll go right in your head like that.
Is
It'll
it
blow
real
your fucking
science?
mind. It'll blow your fucking mind. What is possible.
Since Helen's left, are you doing a lot of tests in the house?
I'm so fucking bored, man.
Yeah, all of our friends are in Australia or America. It sucks.
Sunil, this is shocking. Before you came, Sunil, I said,
Uh-huh.
"Have you what you watching on telly?" He said, "I've seen everything."
I
How
feel
shocking
I
is
feel
that?
like I've seen
Every
everything.
time we mention any
Read a
film
book.
franchise that
Yeah.
Sunil's hasn't seen it.
Read a book.
I have started reading a book about the Reformation.
Which book?
It's called Disillusion by C.J. Dissolution.
Bro's thick. Bro cannot read.
Disillusion by C.J. Sharpley.
That vape has fucking destroyed your prefrontal
who's
cortex.
it by, man? Need to find out.
3 body problem. My only problem is fucking.
It's good though. It's about
Clip
This
that.
one about my,
it's about
something about my
your
body.
mate,
man.
your mate Cromwell, isn't it?
Nah, fuck Cromwell, bro.
No.
You don't like Cromwell?
Fuck Cromwell, man. I hate Cromwell. Give me that vape.
He was just a C.J. Sansom.
He sucks, man. Cromwell sucks.
He
14,000
just burnt a few. He
reviews.
just burnt a few people. That's all right.
That's a
Back then,
bestseller.
everyone was
Fucked
doing it.
Ireland.
He didn't.
could-
Did he burn people?
Yeah, he burned a few people.
Yeah, but they were probably bad
Oh, I've
lads.
seen that. I've seen that. I've seen
It's a
that.
classic
Are
historical.
you calling the
fiction.
Irish bad lads?
Who's a bad lad? Cromwell.
Yeah,
Is
you,
Cromwell
you said
Irish?
you said he burnt bad lads. Are you saying the Irish
Yeah,
are bad
in his
lads?
eyes.
He's
not doing it for a laugh.
He's like one of history's biggest villains in Ireland. Did you know this?
Is he? What did
Yeah.
So he went over to
you
Ireland.
need to read some real fucking history, you loser.
Recommend me a history book.
They blamed him on the Titanic.
It's called the Dune.
Dune, the history book.
Dune, the history book, because it's about the history.
But yeah, that's the book I'm reading now. I've got Infinite Jest now.
Infinite Jest, more like Infinite Book,
Yeah.
Do you remember what he said that?
because it's so long.
To someone, and what did they do? They dumped you.
I was on a second date once. We were in a bookshop because it was going so badly. We were looking around separately, and I walked over with like across the whole floor with a copy of Infinite Jest, and one went, "Infinite Jest, more like Infinite Book." And she went,
Cheers.
"Ugh."
Yeah, fair.
That was
Absolutely
my final
fair.
What book was
gambit.
she looking at?
No, I have no
Potter.
idea. Next 2 books for me, I think, are going to be Dune Messiah. Oh no, 3 books: Dune Messiah, and then Demon Copperhead, and then In the Name of the Rose. What Name of the
What's
Rose?
Demon Copperhead?
It's my friend recommended it to me. She said it's like a retelling of David Copperfield, but like in the Appalachian Mountains in America.
All right.
Awesome.
But I thought all the Dune books after the first one pretty much like not worth reading.
The second one's meant to be really good,
Okay.
but I also think the second one is concludes the story of Paul Atreides. So after that, I think you can stop if you want. I have no intention of reading all of them because after that, it's about his kids and his kids' kids, and I
Yeah.
can't be fucked.
I thought it was Atreides.
Atreides.
So you can say, "I'll have Atreides beers."
No,
No, you can't say
you
that.
you can say I'll have a tray of these beers.
I'll have Atreides beers.
A tray of these beers.
But how many beers is that?
I don't know how many
Where
can
would
fit
you
on a
use
tray.
that in which that would be funny?
What, a tray of beers.
Like, are
or
you going to
three?
say that before watching?
I'll be holding a beer,
Yeah.
like in the meme about it, and I'll
Yeah.
be like,
A tray of these beers.
"Call me Paul because I'm gonna have Atreides."
A tray of these beers. Yeah. That's good.
It's good stuff. It is good
That
stuff.
sucks, man.
You said Infinite Book.
No, but that was a joke.
Yeah, but that wasn't real. I'm not.
It's really unprofessional for you to have 3 beers on the podcast, man. You shouldn't be doing
I don't
it.
even like beer anymore.
Why not?
Prefer Guinness now.
It is a beer. That's a beer.
It's a stout.
It's a beer, which is a type of beer.
All right, a pint of drink. It's a pint of
Pint of drink.
I like a pint of drink.
Who's that wigging out outside the office? Someone's crouching outside our office on the phone.
Is it
call.
one of you lads on the slime?
Is it me?
It's
Let's
one
have
of
a
the
let's
slimers.
see if they finally broken it.
We've been doxed.
He's got tattoos on their hands, whoever it is. Oh, it's the
We've
woman.
been doxed. We've just doxed
It's
ourselves
the woman.
this
That,
episode.
it's the woman that owns Pickwick.
Oh, okay.
Pickwick's
Shout out
here.
Pickwick. Where is he?
We'll go and have a look in a bit.
We'll go have a look at him in a bit.
Yeah.
Paul Atreides, Muad'Dib, Chani,
All right, you're going to read Umberto Eco.
fucking
Oh, what is this?
Chani. I can't think of another one of yours. Atreides beers is good.
He gives in.
Do you know what I love? Do you know what I actually love? This is in the Dune one as well, so you'll get it.
Yeah.
Do you know what, like, character I love? Like, shrewd, fat businessman decides which of his thick kids will take over.
Yeah.
The Godfather, Baron Harkonnen.
Oh, yeah.
Succession.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, love that.
Do you like his big oil bath?
Yeah, I love his suspensors.
Yeah. What's he doing in there?
Yeah.
What's he doing in the bath all day?
My Arrakis.
Yeah.
Doesn't he have to stay wet or something?
Gotta stay wet.
Whenever he's on
Because
screen,
my-
I know I'm staying wet. He's so fuckable.
Dave Bautista is not doing a good job in the first one.
Well,
Or
he
the
has no
second one.
lines. He has barely no lines.
Yeah,
And also
yeah.
he's got his part is of like the unfavoured heir, isn't it? So
I
he's
can't watch
got-
that,
He's
too much
basically
PTSD.
got to be a poor cunt.
As the unfavoured heir.
How do you, if you're one of them lot, how on earth do you break it to your family that you want to go to show business? Do you know what I mean? Like it's like the Black and White Planet. They're all black and white. They go to a
Giddy Prime.
in the second.
It's called Giddy Prime.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Well, you get to see it in the trailer. Their planet is like a black and white
Black
planet.
and white planet.
All they do there is they go to a big stadium, watch like a 3-on-1 fight
Yeah.
with
Fader
with
Alpha, Austin Butler.
Austin Butler.
Yeah.
In that society, how can you be like, I'd like to open a coffee shop?
That
Do
is
you know what I
show
mean?
business.
That's
What,
like-
what Fader Alpha's doing.
Just anything. All they do is just shout in an arena and they do a dance in there. Well, how can you? Like, you can't be a society and just have.
Well, it's like Russia, isn't it?
Yeah, I
It's
get.
sort of quite a
But even Russia has a bit
What?
of colour in it.
brutal, huh?
Well, Russia's nothing like Giddy Prime.
No, in the sense of like an arena with a 3-on-1 fight.
Do they have that? They have
They
gladiators
have
in
all
Russia.
they have all sorts of mad fighting there. It's very like.
You're thinking about MMA.
Do they do 3-on-1 MMA?
You've not seen.
No.
They do
You've
3-on-1.
not seen slap offs.
You've seen.
I have
I have
seen
seen
slap-offs.
slap-offs,
That's
but
the
it's
first thing
nothing
you
like the gladiators on Giddy Prime.
What are the gladiators dressed as? Are they like in armour and that? Are they just fighting for
There's just
fight?
one of them's topless from the trailer.
Yeah, they're a bit. They're
I
a
haven't
bit.
got that. I haven't got to that bit in the book yet. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's even in the book.
But they don't really. They don't really do a lot there, apart from wear a lot of black and white clothes.
Maracas.
Yeah.
That's what he says.
Do you know that Austin Butler, for the thing, they had to train him to not speak like
Yeah, he had to get
Elvis
coaching,
anymore.
Didn't he?
No,
Is he thick as pig shit?
Did you hear? He's one of these
Stuck
method actors. Did you hear the story? He trained an accent coach to make, because he's like, what's his name? Is it Bill Skarsgård, the dad that plays
Yeah.
Harkonnen, Baron Harkonnen?
No, it's the old
the old one,
Not-
not Bill,
right,
not
okay.
Stellan. No,
No, Stellan Skarsgård.
Is it
yes.
Stellan?
It's
Yeah,
Stellan
okay,
Skarsgård. Yeah.
Stellan Skarsgård.
He just he copies his voice.
Yeah, so he
But
hired.
that's not how
No.
uncles and nephews work.
But he hired a dialect coach to. He's told the story. He hired a dialect coach to help him get Stellan Skarsgård's voice, and he turned up on set and just started doing it, and everyone was just really freaked out because it was so good. And Stellan Skarsgård came up to him and was like, "How did you do that, man? That's crazy."
But also, I don't think that's not. No one just sounds exactly like their uncle.
I do.
What?
Yeah,
You don't sound anything like your uncle.
I do. Yeah,
No, you don't.
Yeah, you've met my uncle.
He's Irish.
No, he's Jamaican.
Treaties. He's always asked for treaties, but
Have you seen? I sound exactly like him when I'm not on the podcast.
did you watch the Elvis movie?
No.
Did you?
I know I got pissed off that I wasn't cast as Elvis.
Well, you would have liked to be portrayed as someone who fucks a 14-year-old.
No, but I can do the. Listen to this. Oh, do that. See
Yeah,
what I
very
mean?
good,
I watched a
mate.
film about someone fucking a 13-year-old last night.
Oh, yeah,
What's
interesting.
wrong with you two?
May, December.
Is that what the last film you watched before you
It was
completed all
last
films?
night. yeah.
What is that? May December, is it good?
It is good, actually. It's really good, yeah. Bit of a weird film to make. But yeah, it's about an actress who goes into the house of a couple who met when
It's based on a true story, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Fuck, I didn't know that.
You
It's
can
so
see
weird.
news reports of the couple.
It is so
That's
weird.
why they
What's it
made it.
called?
It's based on a
Right.
true story.
What's this called?
May December.
Yeah.
May December.
So
Yeah, it's
she's
really
in
weird.
her late 50s. I think he's in his late 30s. But they met when she was a teacher. I think no, she was working in a pet shop, and he was 13. And she fucked
Blockbuster
him.
Video. It was a video store.
Oh, was it? Okay.
I think so.
And there in the film, it's a pet shop, so there's like loads of rats and stuff around while they're
Of
fucking in the
course.
back.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Really odd film.
Yeah.
Quite unsettling.
Meant to be really good though.
Yeah, it's like you're never sure whether like she's a real predator or she's just naive or like what. But yeah, she's definitely a predator.
I like
Yeah.
it in Dune where he goes. Well, they've got that guy Mongolian throat singing for the Sardaukar.
Mhm.
You know, just he's in a pit going like. I thought that was
I
sick.
thought that was good.
I fell asleep during June 2, and then I got woken up by the throat singing, and I thought,
Did you?
I thought
Awesome.
I'd gone to a different realm.
Do
you know what I mean?
How long were you out for?
I was out for about half an hour.
Fucking hell.
Long enough to not know what was going on by the end.
So have you watched it twice then?
No.
You just-
No.
I fell asleep during Dune 2. It's
Yeah.
so funny.
But it's perfect. It's like if I was to put like a a track on to help me fall asleep, it'd be something out of June. Just loads of sort of sound and people something like
Dennis Villeneuve noises.
worm popping up, worm popping up with a can I have a tab? Come up for a tab.
Those worms are awesome, man. I'd love to be a worm.
What do they love? My friend I made a good argument. They love to eat noise.
What?
They don't love to eat noise.
Are they eating the spice?
Well, they can't love to eat tanks, can they?
They don't eat tanks on
They
purpose.
What are they eating? What are they eating?
So
They're
what,
trying
they-
to defend.
But they have tanks.
They're
though.
trying to. They eat they're like whales. They eat like plankton and shit under the sand. That's what they eat. But they also eat.
But
they're
they love the
attracted
noise,
to-
though. They love the
They're
noise.
the tapping and the wobbling. They like they're defending the spice.
But
Whatever.
they're eating the spice,
But
surely.
they're also eating the spice. Too.
They can't be.
No, they
there's no
secrete
plankton.
they secrete the spice.
There's
That's
no-
why the
okay,
spice is
right.
there, because of the worms.
So there's no plankton in sand.
There is on that. There's no worms in sand, but there is on Arrakis.
There's no plankton.
Chalamet.
There's no.
There's no plankton.
Chalamet's
There's no-
got nowhere
there's no-
near.
There's no mention of
There's
plankton.
no 2 mile long worms in the sand.
There's no mention
But there
of
are on
plankton.
Arrakis.
All right, I'm looking it up.
Not on the movie.
I'm looking it up.
Look it up. Sand. They're called sand trout.
They got
Sand trout.
Yeah.
they got baby worm in June too.
Have you seen they've got a new baby King Kong in the new King Kong movie?
No.
He's awesome.
No.
He's like baby. They've got a baby King Kong. I can't wait to see Godzilla vs King Kong 2. Do you guys want to come see it with me?
Yeah, all right.
It's
cool.
out. Godzilla vs
Yeah,
Kong
IMAX,
2.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, let's go see it.
Yeah, they feast on creatures known as sand plankton.
There you go.
As it said, as I said.
Thank you. What? What?
I'll edit that.
You'll edit it, will you? Chance will be fun.
Sand plankton.
We
Yeah,
should
yeah.
probably make that picture again, but with the Timothy Chalamet in it, as well as Stephen Bartlett, Diary of a CEO. I'd love to. Do you know who I'd love to see on Diary of a CEO? Paul Atreides.
Atreides, yeah, as a worm or
He's not a worm.
okay,
His
so
son
his
is
son,
a worm.
maybe his son comes. It's like he, it's like Jack Whitehall and his dad. Paul Atreides goes around Europe on a worm
with his giant 3,500-year-old worm
Yeah,
son.
yeah, sure, cool, brilliant. The
So
worm.
this is where Ramesh goes with his mum in that show. It's a 4,000-year-old worm and his dad, Paul Muad'Dib Atreides, going around Arrakis and seeing all the sights. I'd love that. This is my son. He's a 5,000-year-old worm.
Can you imagine him? All the things they get up to. Accidentally eats the Eiffel Tower. That's
That'd be
a
brilliant.
bit of nonsense, isn't it?
Now he still has his arms as a worm, so he could do that thing to the Leaning Tower of Pizza. But or his dad could do that to him.
Yeah, yeah. Everywhere they go.
Wouldn't it be brilliant to be a worm? Do you not think that?
I do think. I think they've got the upper hand. I'd say that from seeing the movie.
They're very
I prefer
graceful.
I prefer to be a worm.
They're very graceful and respectable creatures.
In the suits where they don't lose any moisture,
Still suits
they're pissing in that, are they?
and shitting
And pissing and shitting, and then they're drinking
the water.
The water from that.
Yeah, from their catch pockets.
I think I'd rather be dead.
Right, but it's water they're drinking. They're not drinking piss and shit.
Yeah, but it's from your. I mean, it's got to have a little
What do you think?
flavour to it.
Where do you think all
You know.
of our drinking water comes from? It's all recycled, brother.
Not mine.
All the rain that comes down.
I only drink
used,
bottled
used to
Evian.
be piss.
I only drink bottled Evian.
Millions of years ago, you're drinking the piss of creatures, man. The piss and shit of different.
I think I'll
creatures.
stop drinking then.
You are. I think I'd love to wear a still suit, man. I'd love to try one out.
Really?
Yeah, I think it would be brilliant. I'd love to just try.
The still suits the one with the
Oh, where they
moist-
keep them wet.
with the
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
them wet.
yeah,
Yeah, keep them nice and wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Yeah, it's a shame that they can't just look at the Baron Harkonnen because that would make me so fucking wet. Man. I'd be drinking litres of water from my still suit. I'd be so
Yeah.
fucking wet and hard to see that guy. He's so hot, man. I love him in his big oil bath, his big sludgy bath.
I need to watch this again. This is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
What do you mean?
I haven't seen it for ages.
It's a good movie.
It is really good.
pretty
movie,
good.
Yeah, yeah.
They do a lot to condense.
Do you think that could be the way that you could heal? But we've never tried putting in someone in a big bath of oil. Like I've never been in a
Right.
big bath of oil. But maybe that
to
could
heal
be it.
your insomnia.
Yeah.
Well, for New Slime Country, let's make a list. We can do
Could we make get rid of this table and get a bath full
Dark
of oil?
Magic,
And
Yeah.
I
bath
pop
full
up
of
every
oil.
5 minutes.
Yeah,
And just go, still can't sleep.
that's an awesome job for Stellan Skarsgård. It's kind of peak though to like spend 8 hours in makeup just to get in the bath and, have one line.
and then to watch Christopher Walken come on as the Emperor.
I haven't seen no spoiler.
You haven't.
I know that he's the emperor, but no spoiler.
Yeah, but he's just a.
He's the Padisha Emperor Shaddam IV.
He's just Chris. He's just Chris Walken. It's fucking bonkers.
Is he?
It's
That's
just
brilliant.
everyone walking about just being all serious
Everyone
about sand.
walking about, is it?
Was he in the
Everyone
David
walking
Lynch
about.
one? Yeah, that's good.
No,
No, he wasn't in the David
someone
Lynch
else
one.
in the David Lynch one.
But he's just Chris Walken. It's absolutely mad.
Get
Just
that Muad'Dib boy in here. I'm the emperor.
worms, big, crazy, crazy worms.
Now, my
So
daughter,
hot.
you're
It's
going
hot.
to marry Muad'Dib, Paul. You're going to marry Paul Muad'Dib, and he's going to be the emperor.
Very sandy. It's a sandy out there.
I put the spice up my ass.
He doesn't. Does he have a New York accent?
My Sardaukar are going to kill you.
I don't think he has any accent. I think he just has semicolon.
Walken. Yeah.
Just random semicolon wherever he pleases.
I watched one of the earliest films I can ever remember watching was Sleepy Hollow with my mum when I was 7. And for about 7 or 8 years after that, almost nightly, I would have nightmares about being beheaded by Christopher Walken.
Is that...
That was a 13 when it came out, wasn't it? Surely
15.
15.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you watch it? Did you ever watch it?
I watched it at cinema. Yeah.
It's so crazy that you've got the Headless Horseman for the whole film, being terrifying. And he gets his head back and it's been Christopher Walken. Now it's funny, but
Yeah.
before that was my first experience with Walken, and I was like,
Does
That's
he
a
have-
horror film, though.
Is that the first time you... I've never seen it. When he gets his head back, is that the first time you hear him speak?
he never speaks.
He never speaks.
It's just his head for the whole thing.
Just his head.
Great.
He doesn't speak in this one.
What a great job.
I'll show you a picture of him. They've made him really scary in this one.
Yeah.
Someone wants to send me a message on Instagram. Can you
look
believe
at
that?
Don't look at that.
Christopher Walken, Headless Horseman. Man, if I spent my life headless with no head, I don't think I'd be able to live. I don't want to live in a world without head.
You
Here
need
we
to
go.
watch that.
This is how
I probably should watch that.
that's how he looks in the movie.
Oh my
Scary,
God.
isn't it?
That's cool.
They've got him being really
What's
scary.
he up with his teeth?
That's him as the
yeah,
Headless
I do
Horseman.
remember that.
Is it too much
That
pick and
is-
mix?
He plays a Hessian horseman who's really scary and stuff.
Sleepy Hollow near New York.
Yeah,
New
isn't it
York.
New York State?
New York State. Upstate New York.
Back in the day. Back in the olden
Pretty
days.
cool place.
NYC.
Actually, my friend went there the other week.
NYC.
And I said, like the film, Sleepy Hollow.
Wow.
And they're like, yeah, I like the film. And that's as far as we got because I couldn't remember the film.
Was it really? Did they really
Real
go?
place.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. It's like it's
What-
a tourist destination.
What did they, oh, of course.
It's like just a countryside, isn't it? It's there.
Yeah.
Get a cut off for a
For a
tenner,
laugh,
I
yeah.
think.
Fucking head cut off in the summer. Yeah. It's not the same, is it?
The
No.
cast of that movie is unreal.
Yeah.
It's
Depp,
probably
is it?
for me. It's like the
Johnny Depp,
Deppy?
Chris
Yeah.
Walken, who?
Chris Walken. I want to say Amanda Seyfried's in it, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, what? Amanda Seyfried in Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah, Sleepy Hollow cast. Hang on, I think that movie is like the best Tim Burton movie probably.
Willy Wonka.
Sleepy Hollow
Heard of it?
cast.
Beetlejuice.
Sleepy Hollow better. We have Sleepy Hollow cast. It is. What? Oh no, that's the TV series. Fuck off. Sleepy Hollow film. Here we go. No, not Amanda Seyfried. Christina Ricci.
Oh, yeah.
We've got, here we go. We've got Johnny Depp as Ichabod Crane. Christina Ricci. Michael Gambon.
Oh, Gambon.
Miranda Richardson.
Bloody hell.
Casper Van Dean, Jeffrey Jones, Christopher Lee, Richard Griffiths,
Ooh.
Ian McDermott, Michael Goff.
Wow.
Crazy. And Ray Parker's in it. The guy that plays
Yeah,
Darth
Darth
Maul
Maul,
plays
Darth Maul.
Christopher Walken.
Okay, now, there's a lot of Brits.
Alan
in there.
Armstrong.
Well, so Chris Walken then shows what? Chris Walken's in for 5 seconds in the movie. Is
Just the head.
Just the head.
No speaking.
Jamie Foreman is also in it. My goat.
Wow.
My goat, Jamie Foreman from Layer Cake is in it. Yes, it'll be the last. He's brilliant, man. Yeah, the cast is stacked. It's like a Shakespeare play.
Was it filmed here? It must have been filmed
Shut
here,
up! I'll be the last. Do you like Layer Cake?
I watched
Can't remember it.
Welcome to the Layer Cake, son.
A girl once invited me back to her. She said, "Do you want to come around mine for a movie?"
Yeah.
And I came round and I said, "So what movie are you watching?" And she looked surprised, but I had to commit. So we went to a DVD collection.
So this has happened to me several times before. When a woman in my past, when a woman's gone, "We should watch a film," and I'm like, "Yeah, awesome. It's been a while since I've seen The Mummy," and then we've just watched The Mummy, and I've gone home.
I watched once The Evil Dead to someone who said they didn't. They said, "I don't like horror films," and I said, "You're going to love The Evil Dead." We watched that. She made me leave her house at 4 a.m.
That's brilliant.
I was like, "Can I sleep on the floor?" She was like, "I'd rather you left."
That
was like,
is brilliant.
Yeah, incredible. Absolutely, yeah. I actually recently went to a year ago. I went to a barbecue, and then one of her flatmates was like, "Oh, didn't you go to our house once?" And you left at 4 a.m. And then I went, "Yeah," and she said. My flatmate said that was the worst date she'd ever been on, and I said that was the worst date I've ever been on, and we really came together. Yeah, we were just like, that was fucking shit.
I've been on ones where like someone said to me, "Oh yeah, you went on a date with my friend, didn't you?" And I went, "Did I? I had no idea."
Yep.
I was just like, "Out." Yeah.
Yeah, I had
What
it
was I
once.
supposed to do with that?
This one's crazy. I've never heard anyone top this. Not to do that thing of
Oh
story
no,
topping,
please.
but listen to this. Sorry, I know it's tedious, but this is genuinely fucking. It's not good. It's mental.
Okay.
There was a crazy party once that was weird and strange, and I met this woman there who was like a friend of a friend, and we sort of got on, and we were like bonding over how weird it was. And so we were like, should we just kick it and leave, you know? Should we just fuck off here? And we left together. And we were like, oh, what should we do? What are you doing?
I'm raising your mic.
I'm this one, I think.
Oh shit.
That's
Okay.
fine. I'll just go like this.
Okay, fine.
And we were like, let's bounce, you know, let's go and like get a can or something or go to a pub. And so we left, and she was like, why don't we just go back to Ireland and have a drink? I live nearby. And I was like, sure. Sat on the sofa for ages, drinking, smoking fags. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. She goes, oh, do you want to watch a film or something? And I was like, yeah, sure, I could watch a movie. What movie?
At
is
4
it?
o'clock in the
4 in the
morning.
morning.
There's a
yeah.
TV in the living room. We're in the living room, there's a TV. I'm like, yeah, what movie should we watch? And she's like, oh, I don't know, like, it's again, like, not thought about that. I was like, yeah, man, this TV looks nice. She was like, no, I can't watch it on the TV. We'll watch it on the laptop in bed.
Can't watch it on the TV.
Yeah.
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 Well, I don't know if
That'd
there
be
was a TV in
inappropriate for a
there.
movie.
I don't know if there was a TV in there. I can't remember. But I remember thinking, like, oh, we'll watch a movie in the living room while I smoke and drink some more, and then it's probably home time. Because I'm a million miles away from my house and it's 4 o'clock in the morning. She goes, no, we'll watch it on the laptop in bed. And I was like, okay. So she got into bed with her laptop.
Yeah.
I came in, sat on top of the bed next to her in my clothes,
Yeah. Okay.
watched the film on the laptop,
Gloves on.
and then left.
Yeah.
At first light.
Yeah, yeah.
I was in the bed, and she invited me into the bed
Yeah.
and was like, "Get in the bed, let's watch a movie
And there's
together
like
on the
another-
laptop."
Yeah.
I'll be.
And I was
I've got
like-
clothes on. I'll
Yeah.
be too hot.
Yeah, I was like, "That's a bit weird, but fine."
Her dropping hints like, "I love sex," and you're going, "Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?"
I'm like,
Raincoat.
"Shut up! I'm trying to watch the
Trying to watch this fucking
film."
film.
Raincoat hood up,
After-
zipped to the top.
I told-
like Kenny from South Park.
I hadn't. Obviously, I didn't want to make. I was obviously so like. I said to one of the friends that was at the party the next day, he was like, "Oh, where did you and so got off to?" And I went, "It was really weird. Like, we went to watch a movie, but she said we had to watch it in the bed, and so I just watched it and then left." And he was like, "Are you thick?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
think this is why Evelyn thinks we're unthreatening?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But me and her are now good friends, which is nice.
Oh, that's nice.
And I still maybe.
Well,
what I-
you
what-
both lost.
You actually in a 3-year relationship. You're like every time you go around, you just
I just don't realise it.
Yeah, yeah.
What I hope is that my reading is what I hope is that she's just strange as well and genuinely wanted to be warm in bed and watch a film.
Yeah.
And I hope she wasn't expecting anything else.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was quite funny. Everybody else I told that story to was like, weighing up the evidence. I think she was trying it on with you, and I was like, nah.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be mad if people didn't have those stories in their past.
Yeah.
I think it's like, surely this happens to everyone. Or
So,
does it just
Sunil,
happen
you
to
could
us?
be
Yeah.
you could be being wanked off in a pub and you wouldn't be sure what was happening. I was in the car recently with Pierre, shout out Pierre
Shout out
Novelli,
Pierre, man.
and Bella Hull, shout out Bella
Shout out
Hull,
Bella Hull, man.
and
Wow, big Avalon car.
yeah, big Avalon car.
Wow.
And Bella Hole was talking about how she'd recently been diagnosed with ADHD, and everything she was saying, I was like, before she got diagnosed, I was like, everything she's saying is like, so that's what basically 90% of all my thoughts.
Yeah.
So we did an ADHD test in the car. Pierre gave me one, and then during one of the questions, I was looking out the car window and I saw an advert for Gravy.
I thought you were just giving up doing it.
And then he was like, and then I was like, I haven't listened to that question. What was the question? And he said, do you have difficulty concentrating on people when they ask you questions? And then we put down the phone. When I tried to do my driving test, I if they touch if at any point in the examiner touches the pedal, you failed. I knew that already.
Yeah.
And as I left, a van came speeding around the corner. I was leaving the car park of the centre, and before that, we were talking very like. I was asking about his weekend, trying to create like a bond with this guy before we do the test. So,
Yeah.
And then we were talking and then I come out, the van comes round, he puts the brake on, even though I was going to go for it, he's just quicker than me. And by that point, I know I failed the test. We haven't left the parts. I just said, can we call this a day and not do the test? Because I really would rather just go home.
Yeah.
And he said, take a left turn. And I said, but I have failed, haven't I? And he just refused to answer any questions. And then we did the whole thing. And I was all the way through. I was like, "But I have failed, though." And he just refused to answer. Got back in, and he took such long time to read his little clipboard, and he went, "So yeah, you have one major, so you have failed." I was like, "Yeah, well, yeah." And he wasted my time. I was like, "Do you not hear me ask you?" And he's like, "I just can't say." And I was like,
That's crazy.
You just fucking wasted my time.
Could you not have just driven it back and just got out?
I should have driven it into a shop window.
You should have driven. You should have taken him hostage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have
Yeah,
taken him
yeah.
hostage and said, "Pass my test."
Yeah.
Pass my test.
I just make him do I just go around McDonald's drive-through 100 times until
Yeah.
make him pay every single
How
time.
many majors is it for a McDonald's drive-through?
I don't know. It depends how safely you do it.
Yeah.
And I do it very unsafely. I get the ice cream and then I eat it all in one. I unhinge my jaw like a boa
one hand.
constrictor and I have it down in one.
You have the flurry.
Very
the McFlurry.
dangerous. I eat the whole thing. I eat the plastic spoon too.
So you took your driving test probably.
2003.
Is it difficult making the transition from a horse-drawn trap to a mechanical machine?
I didn't have to do a test because it was so early.
Really?
Early days for the motor vehicle.
No seatbelts.
No seatbelts.
Big wheel.
You had to crank the
on the
engine.
back. Yeah, like Laurel and Hardy. Yeah.
You were back in the Dick Van Dyke days. We just
That's
had to
right.
make a car in your garage or whatever.
Yeah, you make it go by honking a fucking horn. You make it
they
go
had,
by playing the xylophone.
They used to have lads walking in front of it with waving a flag, didn't they?
What?
The
Excuse
first
me?
cars, they were like, to warn people, they had lads walking in front of them waving flags to make
Brilliant.
sure people didn't get in the way.
Like a funeral.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, they used to go like 6 miles an hour tops. The very early cars.
They
Then
used
just
to
jog there.
pop
Yeah,
and
yeah,
splutter.
yeah.
Just-
So they were just playing around with the engines
They
and
used to
stuff.
pop and
When
splutter.
the first car
and-
came out, they must have just been like, just
Wow.
fucking walk. Just walk it.
Yeah, you
No
go,
point.
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You ever going to learn?
No,
You don't want to?
I don't drive. I get driven. Okay.
Yeah, in the like bus and train.
You never seem happy with that, though. Whenever
He was complaining about the train.
I don't want to drive a car.
you do want to drive a car.
No, I don't.
You'd love to drive a car.
There's a
I don't
CD
want- you
player
don't-
in- there's
you
a
don't
CD
make me
player
have
in
to.
there.
Do you
You
play
don't- you
racing
can't
games?
make me.
Do you play racing games?
Mario Kart.
Yeah. Wouldn't you love to drive one of them?
I'm not allowed. I failed my test because I threw a live turtle at the car behind me. I failed my test because I failed my test because I kept throwing banana skins out on the road.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I kept handbrake drifting around every corner trying to build up a speed boost.
You put an umbrella at the top of the car, you went off a cliff.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did do that, and
Yeah.
he failed me.
Yeah.
So,
I think if you went to the Mushroom Kingdom and did a test there, you'd pass with flying colours. Literally. You'd be flying through.
I think I'd be. My mum put me when I was like 15. My mum was like, "Let me put you behind the wheel of my car. I'll show you how it is." And I realised sitting behind the wheel of the car, I was like, because I have like, I worry and panic about lots of different things, and like having the awareness about what's going on all around you and the responsibility of being behind the wheel, I was like, nah, I don't want to do this. You know.
Yeah. Your mum was a very patient woman, didn't she?
Yeah, big time.
Shout out Ellie.
But then I think it might have also been just after I had my head injury, so who knows?
Oh yeah, you're injured. I forgot about your injury.
I can't be trusted to jump over a wall by myself.
When Ed was younger, Voldemort tried to kill him.
Yeah, basically that's what happened. Yeah.
Ed was a turtle in the Cooper Kingdom. Mario smashed his head in.
Mario jumped on my mum and dad. and now I'm going to wizard school to avenge them. That would be brilliant. If we could do a reboot of Harry. I hope in this new Harry Potter TV series they're doing, they make Voldemort Mario and they make Harry a Cooper. That would be genius.
Are they keeping the same? Are they keeping the same lads on for the whole thing, like they did with Daniel Radcliffe and stuff? Or are they changing it every
15
single
Well,
time?
here's the rumor.
Yeah. Keeping on.
The rumor is that the reason they're doing it again is because all the old cast hate J.K. Rowling now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Her
so
legacy is
the audition
destroyed.
process is more of like you show a picture of someone, you go, "What? Do you
What
like
gender
that?
are they?
do you like that?"
Name,
And they
gender,
go, "No,
yeah,
I don't
what
like
is
that. You are through to the next round,
Yeah.
whatever that is. I don't like that, whatever it is."
Yeah, so
But not-
she's threatened the Scottish police to arrest her. It'd be funny if they did.
Yeah.
None of the old. They're doing it again because the old cast don't like her.
But
they
they've all
wouldn't be
put
involved,
out statements saying
Oh,
like,
yeah.
fuck her, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's going
it's
to make so much money. though.
57 minutes on the clock,
Fuck, that's our limit.
so that we should probably kick it off there.
No,
cut
we should
its head
probably
off.
do 20 minutes more
Okay.
because of the cutting.
Oh no, we've only kind of cut a couple of minutes. From
Oh,
this
okay,
one, so we're all right.
interesting.
But listen to me. Thank you for listening to the podcast. And
I
go
love
on.
that. As soon as we finish the podcast, Ed starts to speak into the microphone. I'm so sorry.
Go
for
on to the
everyone, yeah.
Patreon if you want to hear me speak into the microphone.
Absolutely
Go on
crazy.
patreon.com/Slime Country. £4
I was
a
being
month.
alright.
Both of you
And
were
you get-
awful today.
You get loads of brilliant stuff. So go and check that out. Don't be a cunt. I need the money for my Edinburgh show.
Yeah, all
Bye
right.
bye.
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 everyone. Bye. Thank
Well,
you.
wait. Does anyone have anything to plug? Oh no, this one come out for like 2
June
weeks.
2. Check it
Go and
out.
check out
June
the
2.
Loads
film.
of big worms.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.